name is Krisha and this is Zeke, my son. So I'm starting some new videos and this is my first video, but I'm starting some new videos. I sell things on eBay and just wanted to reach out to people and kind of tell them how they can maybe sell things on eBay part-time. And some of the items that I find and the stories behind them. So anyways, so let's start. And a lot of times Zeke comes with me to the, I go to auctions, I go to estate sales, I go to, all different types of thrift stores to find my items. And Zeke will come with me to help me discover those items. So let me go ahead. I can start off with an item that I recently sold a couple weeks ago. So let me show you that item. It might be kind of hard to see. So like I said, I already sold it, so I don't have it here with me, but the item is actually a sculpture. It is a glass sculpture and the artist's name is Haziza. And he is actually a really famous glass sculptor. You can look him up on eBay. He has a lot of sculptures on there. So I actually found this one at an estate sale. And so the story goes that I was at an estate sale and the guy who runs the estate sale, and Zeke was there, kind of mentioned to me, hey, maybe you want to look up this this sculpture.
Tell him the story.
So maybe you want to look up this sculpture. This guy's pretty famous. See how his stuff is selling on eBay. And with artwork you kind of have to be, it's kind of iffy because it's very subjective. You don't know if people are gonna like it or if it's something that people are actually buying. So it's always really good you have to research on eBay to see if it's actually selling, and I'll show you how to look at that in just a sec. So I started walking around. I wasn't sure if I was gonna get it, but I kind of had this feeling.
Tell them how much it was.
Well, it ended up, it ended up that the sculpture was $400, but it was the last day, and usually at estate sales, the last day they give you 50% off, so it came out to $200, which is a lot of money. Usually I don't spend that much money for, items. So anyway, so I was
walking. You have a budget?
Yes, I have a budget. Usually I don't spend like, over $200, so. So then I started walking around and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get it. But at the same time I decided I was gonna get it, there was this lady and she was also looking at the item, and she was starting to get on her phone, and she seemed like she was really interested in getting it. And then, I was like, oh man, I need to get it. So then I told the estate sale people, I'm like, I want that sculpture. And I said, Zeke, go get the sculpture. Go tell that lady I'm buying it.
So I go over there, and there's this lady like right next to it, just like with her phone out, like right next to it, looking at it. I'm like, oh, we're buying this, sorry. And it was kind of awkward, and I was just like, whoa.
And the lady was like, you're buying this? And
yeah. Sorry.
And she was kind of stunned and didn't know that we were interested in it, and so me and Zeke just grabbed it and purchased it, and I know that she was very kind of like in shock that we ended up buying it. And then that item, I went ahead and posted it. I looked at some other sales. I posted that one I ended up posting it for $900, which was, pretty high, but a lot of times I'll put $900 or best offer. Within 24 hours, I got a bid on it for $600. I did a counter for $695, and then we settled on $650. So I bought the item for $200. I sold it for $650. So obviously a $450 profit. So
minus your eBay.
Yes.
Tax.
So obviously, yeah, eBay is going to take a percentage. Depending on if you have a store or what type of item it is, they will take a percentage. And then also, for shipping, I had a separate charge for shipping. So that one went really well. So I guess we'll continue another one next time. Or I guess I can show you some new items that I have right now, and then when we have a second video, then I can go ahead and let you know if it's sold or not, and also give you some more tips on how to sell on eBay.
Yeah, one of the things that is really like good to sell right now is probably vintage. Like a lot of people like vintage.
Yeah, so I sell a lot of vintage. So this right here is, as you can see, it's Wolfman, and this is a toy made by Aurora. It was made in the 1960s. A lot of the items I don't know that much about, but I just see them and I like them and I am interested in those items, so I just want to buy them. So I bought this one.
And one of the things you shouldn't buy is probably clothes and...
Yeah, that's kind of hard. So this one right here, Phantom of the Opera. Again, this is from Aurora 1964 toy. And then I've got King Kong as well. So that's pretty cool. It's a little lady. I got the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And so these ones, again, I got those for 50% off. I have a couple more as well. For the whole lot, I paid $50. I'm probably going to list them on eBay for, you know, maybe 100 or 150. You know, I can also do best offer, but these toys are very desirable. And, you know, maybe most people would just say, oh, just, you know, little plastic toys, but they are vintage. They are from the 1960s, and they're just really great, you know, characters that, you know, everybody knows. So, again, I don't know that much about the toys, but again, you know, I usually buy things that I'm interested in. If they're appealing to my eye, if they're vintage, if they're made in the USA, I'll definitely buy it. I definitely like those sorts of things. So those are my toys, and we will see how those sell. And then on my next video, I can show you a little bit more on eBay and give you an update. Is there anything else you want to say, Zeke? And he's my, you know, he's always there to help me find the items and help me at the auctions. So that's another thing we can talk about. So,
and well, there's one thing, like whenever, like, if you do have a nearby like thrift store, and like try to go to their auctions. Like the auctions are really good because they take out all the interesting stuff. You don't have to be like walking around the store for like a long time, just like oh, there's like just bad stuff, and you